At the supermarket, Iris locks eyes with a man named Josh. He's so nervous trying to flirt with her that he knocks all the oranges off the shelf. They both laugh, quickly hit it off, and soon, a relationship begins to blossom between them. Some time later, the couple sets off on a trip. Iris notices that the road they're driving on isn't showing up on the GPS, but Josh assumes it's just a private driveway. When they arrive at a lake house, Iris thanks the car and jokingly makes Josh do the same. Iris starts to get anxious. She feels that Josh's friends might not be very welcoming, especially Kat. Josh reassures her that it's not the case. However, when they're greeted by Kat, she clearly seems happy to see Josh but behaves coldly toward Iris. Later, after meeting the rest of the group, Iris is unpacking her things and doesn't notice a strange little object in her suitcase. During dinner, Patrick shares the story of how he met his boyfriend, Eli. Iris is genuinely touched by their love-at-first-sight story and opens up about her feelings for Josh. Kat's boyfriend, Sergey, dodges any questions about his job, simply calling it very dirty business. Still, it's obvious he's well off. He owns the lake house after all. Later, Kat privately tells Iris that Sergey is actually married to someone else and sees Kat as nothing more than a pretty accessory. Iris is shocked. To her, a relationship without love is unthinkable. Kat admits she doesn't really like Iris because Iris makes her feel replaceable. But Iris assures her that she's unique and even confesses that she admires Kat's boldness. She says she often feels like she's holding something back, like something inside is keeping her from being fully herself. Later that night, while everyone is dancing, Iris notices Kat whispering something to Josh. Feeling uneasy, Iris pulls Josh aside and dances with him. The night ends with the two of them getting intimate. However, when Iris tries to talk about her feelings afterward, Josh brushes her off and tells her to just go to sleep. The next morning, Iris plans to head down to the lake, while Josh stays behind, nursing a hangover. As soon as she leaves, he takes out the strange object. It turns out to be a USB stick, and plugs it into his phone. By the lake, Iris is surprised to find a knife in her pocket. Sergey appears and starts a conversation, but his presence makes Iris uncomfortable, and she wants to leave. Sergey asks her to stay and just enjoy the moment. She reluctantly agrees and sits beside him. Then he asks her to put sunscreen on his back. While she's doing it, he grabs her arm, saying everything is fine, and claims that Kat actually suggested Iris come down to the lake. He pulls her close and starts kissing her, ignoring her protests. Moments later, Iris returns to the house, covered in blood, holding the knife. She explains that Sergey attacked her and she had to defend herself. While Kat runs off to look for the body, Josh demands an explanation. Iris says she first hit Sergey with a bottle, but he went into a rage, hit her back, and tried to kill her, leaving her with no choice but to use the knife. She says she acted to survive and to see Josh again. In response, he says coldly, "Go to sleep." Iris's eyes glaze over and she loses consciousness. It becomes clear she isn't human, but a robot. Patrick ties her to a chair while Eli gives Kat a sedative. The men are confused. According to their information, companion robots are supposed to have safeguards that prevent them from committing acts of violence. They decide to call the police. Josh asks his friends to wait outside for a moment. He wants to say goodbye to Iris. Josh activates Iris, and she panics when she realizes she's been restrained. She insists she acted in self-defense, and Josh believes her. The program doesn't allow her to lie. He explains that she's a companion robot and proves it by using an app on his phone to make her speak different languages. Iris is bewildered. She has vivid memories of her life. But Josh reveals the truth. Those memories are artificial. Programmers create detailed backstories and personalities for robots like her in advance. Even their cute first meeting at the supermarket was a carefully staged scene. Flashbacks show delivery workers bringing Iris in a large box to Josh's apartment, along with a wardrobe full of women's clothes. After signing a contract, Josh receives instructions to wait until Iris syncs with his phone to activate the so-called love bond, an artificial emotional attachment. Companion robots don't know they're not human and are created solely to fulfill the desires of their owners. Settings include choosing a voice, eye color, and intelligence level. A reset to factory settings can be triggered via a fingerprint sensor behind the ear. Government standards limit their strength and intelligence, and prohibit lying or causing harm. Once synced, Josh introduces himself. and Iris's consciousness launches a first-meeting scenario to cement the emotional connection. She wakes up already in love and immediately ends up in bed with Josh. In the present, Iris refuses to believe she's a machine, citing her emotions, but Josh calmly explains, even her feelings are just algorithms. The tears she sheds? Just water from a reservoir he refills regularly. Iris begs him to fix everything, but Josh refuses. Kat walks into the room and demands that Josh shut Iris down immediately. While Josh and Kat argue in another room, Iris notices a knife on the floor. She drags the chair toward it, and after falling, manages to grab the knife and cut her ropes. Meanwhile, Josh and Kat reveal that Sergei's death was premeditated. They wanted to get rid of him without consequences and take his wealth. When Josh returns, Iris strikes him in the throat, grabs his phone, and orders Kat to drive him to the hospital. She flees the house, and Patrick sees her escape. Later, Josh tells Eli that the flash drive he had plugged in contained a hacking program that unlocked Iris's hidden functions. He increased her aggression and survival instinct, disabling the EU restriction against causing harm. The original plan was to reset her, but she managed to escape. Eli is stunned. He now realizes that Josh orchestrated Sergei's death. Sergei was a trafficker of weapons, drugs, and people. Meanwhile, Kat opens Sergei's safe and finds money and a gun. Inspired by the discovery, Eli asks why he and Patrick were even invited. Josh admits they needed witnesses to make the story believable. Eli suggests splitting the money and cutting Patrick in, but Josh considers him unreliable. In a fit of rage, Eli deactivates Patrick, revealing that he too was a robot. He then lashes out at Josh, accusing him of jeopardizing his own relationship. During the argument, Kat cunningly manipulates Eli, promising him millions if he helps them find Iris. Eli demands a weapon, but Josh insists it won't be necessary. Getting close enough to Iris will be enough to shut her down and remove the modifications. Still, Eli grabs a gun. That's when Josh realizes in horror. Iris knows his password. In the forest, Iris rests and uses Josh's phone to alter her settings. She changes her eye color, deepens her voice, and increases her intelligence to the maximum level. While the others search for her, she analyzes her situation. Hitchhiking is risky. Her clothes are covered in blood and walking to town will take too long. Josh might already be waiting at home. Then she remembers, his phone controls the car. If she can sneak back, she might use it to reach the city. On the way, Iris hides after hearing male voices. Eli, still irritated, tells Patrick he won't let anyone reprogram him. Patrick admits he's known for a while that he's a robot. The clues added up over the years. This confuses Eli. Robots aren't supposed to lie. Just yesterday, Patrick told a story about how they first met at a Halloween party, when he stepped on Eli's dinosaur costume tail, as if it were a real memory. Patrick explains that even if the memory is false, the feelings tied to it are real. Eli confesses his love, and they kiss. At that moment, Josh's phone, still in Iris's pocket, vibrates, giving away her position. She bolts. Eli fires a shot. Josh and Kat hear the gunfire and run toward it. A chase ensues. Iris collides with Eli and they tumble down a hill. The gun flies out of reach. Iris scrambles toward it. Eli grabs her legs. A struggle breaks out. A shot rings out. Eli is dead. At the top of the hill, Josh tries to deactivate Iris, but the distance is too great. He races after her toward the lakeside house. Iris hides inside the car, slamming the door on his arm. Josh pounds on the window, begging her to stop. The car won't respond to her voice, only Josh's. She adjusts her voice pitch in the settings. The car starts and runs over Josh's foot. Minutes later, the car's AI announces that the vehicle is reported stolen. It stops and locks the doors. A call comes in. Josh. He apologizes, blames everything on Patrick, and begs her to run away with him. Iris refuses. She can't forgive the man who turned her into a killer. She hangs up. Desperate, Josh plugs a USB stick into Eli's phone and rewrites Patrick's programming. He activates tracking and replaces a core memory. Patrick, grieving for Eli, tries to resist, but Josh performs a reset and inserts himself into the Halloween party memory. Meanwhile, Iris breaks the window and escapes from the locked vehicle. A patrol car pulls up. Deputy Hendricks spots her. She replies in German, pretending not to understand. He notices a bloody knife inside and draws his weapon, attempting to arrest her. At that moment, Patrick appears. He attacks Hendrick and kills him with his own gun. Iris tries to run, but Patrick disables her using the app. Back at the house, Josh is bandaging his injured arm, while Kat, mixing alcohol with a large number of pills, grows increasingly unstable. When they see a police car approaching, they panic, only to realize it's just Patrick, returning with Iris and Hendrik's body. Kat grabs her share of the money, and Josh tries to justify Sergei's murder, calling him a mobster. Kat corrects him. Sergei only owned a lawn care company. Josh had misinterpreted the phrase, dirty business, associating it with Sergei's Russian background. Still, Kat believes he deserved to die for the way he treated women. Frustrated, Josh tries to stop Kat, but she walks past him. At the back door, he orders Patrick to intervene, and Patrick stabs Kat. She sits down next to Iris and dies on the spot. Later, Patrick prepares dinner while Josh sits across from Iris, now clean, dressed in fresh clothes, but chained to a chair. He resets her language settings to English and lays out his plan: to blame Iris for all the deaths, including Kat's. According to him, everything started with her escape. Iris objects, saying his greed is the real cause. She reveals that she overheard Eli and Patrick's conversation in the forest. She mocks Josh's issues with control and masculinity, pushing him into a rage. He reduces her intelligence level to 0, forces her to place her hand on the table, and burns it with a candle, asking if she feels pain. Iris answers yes. At that moment, a call comes in from the manufacturer. Technicians will arrive in 30 minutes to retrieve Iris. She cries in pain but can't move. Josh tells Patrick to put out the flame, and Patrick pours water over her. Then Josh gives the order. Iris must shoot herself. She says no, but her hand won't obey. A shot is fired, and the bullet goes through her head. When the technicians arrive, Josh claims Iris malfunctioned. Patrick, posing as Deputy Hendrik, backs up his story. The technicians are skeptical. One of them says they'll download her data for analysis. Her main components are located in her abdomen, not her head. They mention they've seen cases before where men modified companion robots for violent purposes. They load Iris into the van. At that moment, Patrick blocks the road. One technician recognizes him as an outdated model. Patrick shoots the driver. The second technician panics and flees into the woods, tripping over corpses. In the van, the onboard equipment reboots Iris, and she shuts herself down to avoid detection. Meanwhile, Patrick catches up to the technician. Out of bullets, he tries to strangle him. Iris appears with a stun gun, but can't use it. Her program has been wiped. Patrick grabs the weapon, but Iris reminds him of his love for Eli, of the Halloween party memory. This causes a system crash in Patrick. Overwhelmed with emotion, he whispers, "I love you, Eli," and stuns himself, powering down. The technician thanks Iris and gives her full control of the system. Meanwhile, Josh is at the house collecting money. Believing it's over, he asks Patrick if everything is okay and receives a yes in reply. Suddenly, music starts playing inside the house. Josh walks into the next room and hears Iris, mimicking Patrick's voice, luring him in. She speaks in the voices of all his friends, revealing that she's now acting autonomously. Josh's attempts to change her settings via his phone fail. She raises a gun. Josh claims it's not loaded, but Iris fires into the wall. She has bullets. Iris admits that shooting him isn't pleasant, but now she knows how to lie. Josh desperately insists she loves him. Her system glitches from the flood of memories, giving Josh a chance to disarm her and slam her into the wall. He brutally beats her, demanding that she say she loves him. She complies. Josh prepares to shoot her in the stomach, but Iris says, "Sleep, Josh," and drives an electric corkscrew into his forehead. He dies. Iris steps into the shower, washes off the blood, and peels the burned skin from her hand, revealing metal beneath. She puts on Kat's clothes, takes the money, and drives away in one of Sergei's cars. On the road, she notices a couple in another vehicle and waves at them with her exposed mechanical hand.